Welcome, this is the homework solution for Math 8, the Week 7 homework. What we have here is Wednesday, September 19. All these questions ask us to solve the equation. What is special about all these is that you're going to see there's a parentheses in all of them. Right, here's the first one. So the first one, a 4 parentheses z plus 5 equals to 32. We always write down the equation as the first step. We're trying to get rid of that parentheses, so we're going to distribute. 4 goes into times the z and 4 times the 5. This is called the distributive step. Now you can just simplify. 4 times z is 4z. 4 times 5 is 20. Right hand side stays the same as 32. Now it becomes like a Tuesday problem. Multiple step equation. You're trying to get rid of the most outward thing first, which is the plus 20. So you're going to subtract 20 into both sides. In that process of subtracting 20 into both sides, you get that identity element of 0. 20 minus 20 is 0. Right hand side, 32 minus 20 is 12. Now you just get a 4z equals to 12. How do you get rid of the 4 times z? You divide by 4 to both sides. In that process, you get a 1z because 4 over 4 is 1. On my right hand side, 12 over 4 is 3. So what am I equal to? Z equals to 3. 18. First step is always to write down the equation. Then we are going to distribute that negative 2 to each term. Negative 2 times 4g, negative 2 times your negative 3. There's 2 terms, so you distribute the negative 2 to both terms. In that process of distributing, I can now simplify. Negative 2 times 4g gets you your negative 8g. Negative 2 times negative 3 gets your positive 6. In that process, subtract 6 to both sides because you're trying to get rid of the outwardmost thing. What are you left with? Negative 8g plus 0 equals to 24. That 0 comes from your plus 6 minus 6. Now, you have negative 8g equals to 24. You're trying to get rid of that multiply by negative 8. So you're going to divide by negative 8 to both sides. Negative 8 over negative 8 just becomes 1 on my right hand side. On my left hand side just becomes 1g. Right hand side 24 divided by negative 8 is negative 3. So you can just simplifyly say that that is g equals to negative 3. 19. Write down the equation as the first step. Distribute, because you're trying to get rid of the parentheses. Distribute 5 to each term. So 5 times m and 5 times 1. Simplify. 6 plus 5 times m is 5m. 5 times 1 is 5. What you want to do is combine the like terms, which is going to be the blue. Do you see how an 11 appears? How I get the 11 is 6 plus 5 is 11. Alright? Nothing happens to the 5n. Nothing happens to the 26. What am I going to do? Subtract 11 to both sides now. 11 subtract 11 gets you 0. My right hand side, 26 subtract 11 gets me my 15. Again, there's that identity element of 0. Do we ever care? No. But remember, there's still a 0 there. It disappears because we don't really write the plus 0. What do you have now is a 5m equals to 15. 5 is attached via multiplication to the m, so you're going to divide by 5 to both sides. 5 over 5 just simplifies into 1. Right hand side, 15 divided by 5 is 3. 15 divided by 5 is 3. So, again, you have that identity element of 1 from 5 divided by 5. Do we ever write that 1 in front of the variable? No. So just equals, that just becomes m equals to 3. We have 20 now. 5h plus 2 parentheses 11 minus h is equal to negative 5. Trying to get rid of that parentheses first, so you're going to distribute 2 times 11 and 2 times negative h. You simplify. 2 times 11 is 22, and 2 times negative h is negative 2h. So right here I have a 5h and a negative 2h. So I'm going to combine the like terms. 5h minus 2h gets me 3h. Nothing happens to the 22, and nothing happens to the negative 5, which is on the right hand side. Again, this becomes a multiple step equation now, so you're trying to get rid of the outwardmost thing first, which is 22. Subtract 22 to both sides. Subtract 22 to both sides. What do I get? My right hand side, I have a 3h plus 0. The 0 comes from the 22 minus 22. On my right hand side, the negative 5 minus negative 22 gets me my negative 27. No one cares about the plus 0, but again, it exists because that comes from the 22 minus 22. Simplifies into 3h is equal to negative 27. Divide 3 to both sides. In that process of dividing 3 to both sides, I have a 3 over 3 just becomes an h, right? 1h. My right hand side, negative 27 divided by 3 is negative 9. Simplifies into just h equals to negative 9. 21. You write down the equation first, right? You want to get rid of that parentheses, so you're going to distribute negative 3 times 6 and negative 3 times 2c, right? Negative 3 times 6 is negative 18. Negative 3 times negative 2c is plus 6c. You want to combine the like terms. 3c plus 6c becomes 9c. Get rid of the most outward thing first. So we add 18 to both sides. Gets me the identity element of 0. 9c equals to 45. Divide by 9 because 9 is attached to the c via multiplication. Divide 9 to both sides. Right hand side, 45 divided by 9 gets me 5. 9 over 9 just becomes 1. So you could say c is equal to 5. 22, last one. Negative 3 equals to 12y minus 5 parentheses 2y minus 7. We always write down the equation as the first step. You want to distribute because you want to get rid of that parentheses. So it's negative 5 times 2y, negative 5 times negative 7. In that process, you can simplify. Negative 5 times 2y becomes negative 10y. Negative 5 times negative 7 becomes positive 35. You want to combine the like terms. 12y minus 10y becomes 2y. Nothing happens to 35. Nothing happens to the negative 3 on the left hand side. You want to subtract 35 to both sides because this is the outwardmost thing. In that process, you have on the right hand side a 0, a 2y. On the left hand side, you get a negative 38. In this process, on the right hand side, 2y is equal to negative 38. How is the 2 attached to the y? Via multiplication. So you want to divide by 2 to both sides. In that process, 2 over 2 becomes 1. Negative 38 over 2 becomes negative 19. Do you ever care about that one? No. So we can just say y equals to negative 19. So there you go. Those are all the homework solutions.